Hello everyone, features a 32 back again with another deck review. Today we have sort of a kind of a re-review. This is the Pipmen World. As you might recall, a couple months ago I reviewed this deck, except it was the Pipmen World full art deck. I guess it was called, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's basically the same thing. The front of the box, this beautiful silver foil, says Pipmen and World. And you see the world, and you see planes flying around it, and rockets, and satellites, and hot air balloons. You see skyscrapers. You see different aspects of the world. You see the water and the beach. You see the skyscrapers and downtown. You see the parks. You see the mountains. All sorts of stuff. Beautiful tuck case. And also, one half is day, and the other half is night. Very cool. Very nice ideas. It reflects the whole Pipmen world. By the way, this deck is 4,885 design layers, 158 individual Pipmen, 52 unique cards, 32 monster designs, 16 different terrains, 6 UFOs, 5 eagles, 4 skeletons, 3 cows, 2 rockets, and a partridge in a tree. No, wait, that's something else. One Pipmen world is what it is. Partridge in a pear tree is what it's saying, but that's Christmas. And what it is, as you'll see, is a 54-piece polyp tip puzzle, which kind of sounds like a disease for some reason. But that's something else. It's not. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. And I believe these are going to be the last in the Pipmen series. Also in that project was the Pipmen Collector's Edition, which I'll review separately because it's different. It looks really cool though. And what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. On one side, you got a rocket ship blasting off into space. On the other side, you got somebody hanging from a balloon. Hanging from balloons in the sky for some reason. Top says Pipmen under the seal. Pipmen World, to be exact. With a couple of guys. No women. For some reason. And the bottom, more silver foil, the elephant playing cards logo and website printed in Taiwan by Legends on an emerald finish. The back, more silver foil, just a bit in the center on the border. And you see the Pipmen World, which I think I showed you. Oh, I showed you here in the front. This is the actual back design. It is a one-way. And the seal is got this weird edge, kind of, well, weird in a good way. It's a pretty interesting edge, and it shows you a little Pipmen family and a logo. And in the front, you see the guy again in the day and the night. Actually, night and day. My bad. And that continues on these flaps. And in the inside is a pattern right throughout of Pipmen and women. First of all, one card you get inside is one that features all these people around the edges. And it shows you the layout of all the cards. That's the Polyptech. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Polyptech puzzle. All the cards go together and make a big picture, but each one is its own unique little world and setting, which we'll get into. Here's your back design. Is that one way with the whole Pipmen world. Really cool. So I got these. There you go. I like it. And the Polyptech is similar to like a diptych, like you see in diptych jokers from like Jackson Robinson or Zodiac Hunter, or even a triptych, where it's 2 cards or 3 cards go together and form a picture. In this case, it's the whole deck, even the jokers. Speaking of which, one joker has the Pipmen in the corners, and he is painting the stars and black Pipmen, and this one's got red Pipmen, and this one, he's holding the weight of the world on his shoulders. Very cool. And I'll leave those out here for a second. The aces, there's the ace of spades. The one thing that's different between this one and the full art deck is that this one has a white border on the faces and the backs. The other ones, the full art decks, which I'm not sure where I have that one, but somewhere, does not have any borders on the faces or the backs. And the whole reason for that is because he wanted to make it so that you can put together the whole picture and see it without borders, especially on the faces. But the reason for the borders, it's specifically on these ones, is to make it more playable. That way you can't, you know, look at the cards and go, okay, there's the 8 of spades or whatever. You can't identify the card from the side. So it makes it good, makes it practical for using. So that's a good idea. It is the Ace of Spades. It's making snow. Somebody's making snow. And there's a couple guys hanging out on the moon. Some dragons and sea life. That's pretty cool. And this guy's falling in a volcano or something. It looks like he's on fire. And then the rest of the cards. Let's get to the court cards. They're showing you different types of people. It's different from one side to the other. As you can see, there's pirates. And a farmer and his cow. And here we got a businessman and a construction worker. Sort of different, you know, parts of the world. Hitchhikers, ironically. They're both the same, basically. Or maybe that's a high schooler, I don't know. Some athletes. Some workers. And there, they are designing, it looks like a stadium or a football field or something. Wait, that's the same thing. Scientists and, oops, something blew up. Pilot and, I don't know, something. Oop, a chick. And another woman, looks like. Scuba divers. More underwater guys. And then we get to the number cards. I'll go over them briefly. Like I said, each one is showing you a different aspect of the world. Apologize if I'm going through them a little bit fast. But I don't want to make this a very long video, because I've already essentially reviewed this. I will mention, while I'm doing this, that these cards have the highest quality stock from Legends playing cards. It says Emerald Finish on the tuck case. It's very cool. Also, there's an interesting feature, and that is I'll mention in the collector's review as well for sure. The 5 of spades, sorry, 5 of clubs from the original deck, which I'll get to in the next review, actually was the inspiration for the whole Prism series of decks. So that's pretty cool. This whole world inspired a whole series of decks itself. One card from the original deck inspired another series of decks. That's pretty interesting, that's for sure. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm not going to put everything out together. I just don't feel like it right now. I did show you all the cards together in the last review. Pipmen Full World. I put the link in the description. You can check it out if you wish to do so. So yeah, beautiful deck. Look at that back design. Really cool. Nice thin borders. Handles very nicely. Get that embossed emerald finish. And nice, very snappy stock. I like that. It's a happy medium, probably, I would say. Most of the decks are happy medium, it seems, as far as the stock. But it's a good stock and finish combination. I like it. I'm going to say for this one, I like it. I think it's really creative, very unique, beautifully designed. lots of effort. That's like 2.5 years spent designing this whole deck and world. It's like the first of its kind. There's no other deck like this where all the cards make up a puzzle. There are similar decks, like there was one from the USB-C. I forget the name of it. Where all the cards, go together and it makes like a map or something. There's been stuff like that. But a whole world, a whole puzzle, never done before. So I like it. I'm going to say 10. I like it. Check out elephantplayingcards.com. I think they're probably available there. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching.